Hey, what's going on? Coach Colin Castello here with ShotMechanics, and today I'm going to teach you 3 killer crossover moves used by Russell Westbrook. This video is brought to you by my guys over at Eastbay, the home of exclusive sneaker colorways and unlimited gear possibilities, shot by sport, brand, or even signature player. And right now they have some killer discounts to go along with their everyday free shipping. So click the link in the description to snag the best hoops gear today. So this video today is brought to you by my guys over at Eastbay, where we're rocking the Jordan brand Why Not Zeros. So if you want to pick up your own pair, all you got to do is click the top link in the description down below, head over to my guys over at Eastbay, and they will get you all hooked up. Now the great thing about Eastbay is they've got free shipping and they got a lot of exclusive colorways. So if you're looking to get any basketball shoe, any kicks, any gear that you need for this upcoming season, all you got to do is click the top link in the description down below. Now, the very first move that we're going to learn of Russell Westbrook's is what we call the push crossover. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to use it to push high to get past the defender. So the idea of a push crossover is this is one that you want to use, especially if a defender's hand is kind of in your middle ground, right? A lot of times players are taught that a crossover you want to try to keep low, and while that works most of the time, a lot of the times there's a defender's hand right here in the middle, right? Because a lot of the times defenders know that that's where you probably want to cross. So a push crossover is generally used when there's some sort of hand either low or middle and you still are trying to attack towards the basket. So the idea I like to think of it is it's almost like the ball's gonna come up and over, right? So if I'm going on my dribble and I'm getting ready to cross over, the ball's gonna float up and then I'm gonna push it over more by my chest rather than scoop low, right? So the movement's a little bit different. Instead of scooping into that crossover, I'm gonna bring it up and push it over. Now, one of the main keys here is we really want to make sure that we don't palm the basketball. What a lot of players do is they'll dribble, their hand will rotate under the ball right here, and then they'll push over the top, right? We don't want to do that. That's going to be a carry. It's going to get called most of the time. So what you really want to do on this push crossover, whenever you're setting it up, you're going to want to float, keep that hand on top of the basketball. That way when you push, it's not going to be a carry, it's not going to be a travel, and it's going to work pretty solid every time. After that, all you got to do is throw the ball out and run and go get it, right? What makes this crossover really effective is if on this push, if I just drop it down by my front foot, I'm not really going anywhere at that point, right? So with that push crossover, what I really want to do is after I float and I push, I want to throw it and go get it. If I can throw it out, I'm going to get my hips by my defender's hips. It's going to be easy to beat them every time. So the next move we've got is a swivel crossover. Now this one's great, especially if you're kind of retreating outside and then to attack back middle. So basically you can kind of lull the defender to sleep and then attack off of it. So if you notice on this one, Westbrook uses this a lot as he comes in and maybe somebody stops his initial penetration somewhere in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to rotate back out towards the three-point line and switch hands so it looks like we're moving away, right? So as we do this, all we're doing is we're getting stuck in, we're going to rotate, switch hands, bounce back out to the three-point line. Now from here, the ball's going to be in our top side hand, and we're going to throw a hesitation. We're going to put our chest towards the middle of the court. We're going to sell our eyes that same direction, and then we're going to plant and push the opposite direction. So what we do is a lot of times we can kind of lull that defender to sleep, right? They play D, they think they got us, we're going to bounce it out, and then from here, we're going up, down, and planting back across, right? The whole key here is that change of tempo. A lot of times players will do this move and they'll try to do it all fast, and it's not quite as productive, right? We want to sell it. We want to go from slow to fast. So as we get in here and we get picked off, we're going to turn out slow, hop, and then we're loading on that back foot and then pushing the ball in the crossover, right? If we can go slow to fast on that move, it's going to work every time. Now, one thing, a lot of players get kind of confused working on this, especially younger players, but you want to think about it, it's almost like you're dribbling and pivoting at the same time on this right foot. So as I come in and I get my back to the inside of the court, it's almost like I'm switching hands and pivoting on this foot at the same time. So you can kind of see that happening right here. As I'm dribbling, I'm pivoting, and then I'm planning and pushing that direction. Again, work on tempo, work on selling it with a little bit of hesitation, and you'll get by your defender every time. All right, so next we've got a sweet transition crossover, the stutter in and out. So it's basically like an in and out move, but we're gonna add a little bit of a stutter with the feet. So with Westbrook, one of the reasons why he's so dominant is because he's always attacking downhill, keeping his speed moving towards the basket. So this is a great crossover to use in those same sort of situations. So you'll notice with Westbrook, with the stutter in and out, he's coming down and he's gonna go full speed. And then as he starts to get around the three-point line, he's gonna kind of slow his speed up just slightly, not too much, but just a little bit. He's gonna raise his shoulders and he's gonna throw in and out, but at the same time, he's gonna give a 1-2 step stutter. So as he comes up, he's gonna go 1-2, in, out, and then from here, he's gonna read it. Sometimes he'll explode the same direction. Sometimes he'll cross over and continue on the opposite way. Right? The whole key though is we're stuttering that 1-2 step with the in and out. So as you're coming up, you're going 1-2, crossover, or attack the same direction. So you can almost think about it like your feet are gonna plant simultaneously with the ball. So as the ball goes to the inside, that's my first stutter. Ball comes to the outside, that's my second stutter, right? So you can watch that again. As I come through, we're going 1, 2, crossover, go. Again, key is to try to keep that speed up moving downhill so you can blow by to your offender, get your hips by theirs. The other thing you really want to think about is make sure you're not carrying it, right? A lot of times when players come up and they hit this first stutter, they're going to go right here and they're going to hold the ball underneath. Carry, they'll call you for it every time. So you really want to make sure as you come down, you're going to roll your hand over the top of the ball and pull it back out to the center, right? That way it's not a palming violation. We're not getting a travel. So as we're coming up to the line, we're keeping our hand on top. 1, 2, roll it over the top, right? No carries, no travels. If we can do that, it's going to be a great move. You're going to get your hips by your defenders every time. If you want to grab your own pair of the Jordan Why Not Zeros, all you got to do is click the top link in the description down below and head on over to my guys over at Eastbay and they'll get you taken care of. Free shipping and exclusive colorways, you absolutely can't beat it for all your hoops gear needs. And if you want to dial in your game just like Westbrook, I put together a free Beastbrook scoring workout at the second link in the description down below. That way we can fine tune your game to play just like Westbrook. And it's 100% free, brought to you by my guys over at Eastbay. All right, again, I'm Coach Colin Castell with ShotMechanics Basketball. Thanks for watching. Until next time, splash on.